Hello and welcome to this video how you can set up your local machine to do Flowable backend development. I'm Valentin Zickner and I'm going to walk you through step by step what you need to do to connect to the Flowable Artifactory. First, we are going to start in the documentation. In the documentation, when you click on developing, then on backend, and then on the left-hand side on developer guide, setting up the development environment, you have different information in here available. When you scroll a little bit down, you have in here the example settings.xml file, which you simply can go ahead and copy. Now, once copied, let's go into your home folder. You can either use a file browser or a terminal. You need to make sure that .files or folders are visible. So I'm going to create the .m2 folder first. It might be that this folder already exists. Once created, you can go in that folder and create a file called settings.xml and simply paste the content of the file in here. Now this file is almost ready to use. We only need to enter our credentials in here. Therefore, we need to replace the username with our username. Please be aware that you need to be a Flowable customer, that you have those credentials. Only customers have access to the enterprise repository. Now next, we are going to replace the password. Here we either could enter the plain text password, or we can also encrypt that password or use an identity token. To do one of those two options, it's best to go to the Flowable repository, so repo.flowable.com. And in here, you can sign in with your username and your password. Then you need to press login. Once signed in, you can click here at the top right on the user menu and then say edit profile. In the profile, you have two options. First of all, you can generate an identity token. Second, you can, when you enter your password here and unlock it, also use the encrypted password from over here. I'm going to use an identity token that typically expires in 1 year. So you would need to regenerate that token every year. I'm going to copy that. And then I go back and just paste my new token in here. And with that, the Maven setup is done. To try that out, we actually go ahead and create a simple project. Therefore, you can go to start.flowable.com. Once you are there, you have the option to add several dependencies in here. I'm not going to add too much detail to that over here, since there's a separate video which we will link down below in the description, which is explaining all of the things in detail. I'm just adding the Flowable work, the Flowable frontend, and the H2, since that's the basic stuff which we need. We can then say generate, and it is downloading for us a file. Now that file is in the downloads folder, so let's quickly navigate to our downloads folder. And in there, we have now that zip file. So I'm going to unzip that and then go into that directory and say in here that I would like to open it. And with that, we have now this, and it is already working on importing all the different dependencies. While it is doing that, we can go ahead and inside the resources application properties, disable Elasticsearch in case you do not have Elasticsearch running, since then you can also start it without Elasticsearch. It's using here our H2 database as we requested, and inside the source main Java, we then have several files. First of all, we have the demo application file, which is the main file basically for starting that application. And then the second, once the importing is done, also that warning here, and there we go, will be gone. And we have now here also some security configuration. So that here is the standard security configuration, which we have over here, and a static resource configuration. By now, everything started, so we can start now the demo application. So we simply press here the run button, and it will go ahead and start our demo application for us. And with that, we can actually go back to the browser. And in the browser, we can simply go ahead and go to localhost 8080 and sign in here to our Flowable work application. And with that, we reached already the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.